Really, something about this plastic wrap that takes my goddamn recordings out of focus. Like, for crying out loud. Anyway, I am coming at you with an unboxing and a review of the ASUS Republic of Gamers Eye, which is that webcam that does 1080p 60 frames per second. I couldn't ignore this, so I had to get a hold of this. So 1080p 60 frames, alright. Okay, here we have it, the back of the box. Back of the box. Okay, now where do I get started? Oh yeah, there's that weird sticker. So that sticker needs to come off. Come on. Pen. Never mind. Okay, well, doing this with camera in hand. This is... Okay, here we go. Getting ready to open this. Okay. Got this going. Oh, okay. This must be the webcam. I'll go ahead and put that there. These must be the... No. This is definitely the USB cable. And let me get that stand out of the way. Oh, I just easily pluck it from my... Oh, here we go. And under that little plastic hold, the manual for the ASUS ROG Eye webcam. Alright, so... This, I believe, is the stand. That's definitely the USB connection. And definitely, if I could... So, yeah. Give me a few seconds, I'll get this set up, and I'll be having it plugged in, and I'll be testing it out. So, yep, that's definitely the stand if you want to put your webcam in the bottom. That's something. Alright. Okay. Well, like I said, let me get this hooked up. How am I going to plug something in when this cord is probably too damn short? As you can see here, the webcam is plugged up, turned on, and, alright. Allow me to essentially test this webcam out. Alright. Okay, so, what is that? Look at that. Pretty interesting. Let me go take that off. Okay. So this is me testing out the webcam. I've been testing it out non-stop, and, okay. Oh. This, manual was not the only thing that came with that, and, I think I set it flying. Oh, here we are. There you are. This thing looks like a cleaning cloth, right? Well, it is not a cleaning cloth. As a matter of fact, get that in there. That is a carrying case for that webcam. So yeah. So allow me to get that flying. Oh. And it's already flying. Okay. Now it is 8:10 a.m. I fell asleep at 2 a.m. Woke up at 7 a.m. My package has arrived. This thing came in the mail. The thing I am testing out right now. And as soon as I got a hold of it, I did an unboxing and I am testing the thing out. So, alright. Okay. So I guess that's all I gotta... Alright, let's get running on. That being said, with that webcam, I'm about to be playing around with the settings. I'm using the Windows 10 camera app that's already included. So I am going to go ahead and essentially get some digging around and whatever. So I'm going to be testing that out. So let's just... I'm already awkward right now. I just woke up in the morning after falling asleep at 2 a.m. At this moment, I am not a morning person at all. Okay, I figured it would be the case that I would find out. So I guess it's a situation with the lighting going on in my end. So
if that is the case, I mean, I was able to find... I mean, the last recording I did real quick before I deleted it, I checked on it, and it's, yep, 60 frames per second. So there is the 60 frames per second, it's just that there is a caveat that goes with it, and it has something to do with the lighting. And that's how... Yeah, it makes sense. So, yeah. It's all about the lighting. That's kind of the issue. Alright, I got my headset on, and I'm about to get ready to test out the audio quality from this wonderful audio quality. Wow. Yikes. But anyway, like I was saying, I want to test out the audio quality of this webcam. And, let's see what I can do. So far, I've been testing out the camera mic, and from all the things, I mean, my goodness. I think I tossed it at the side. Excuse the mess behind me. I'll get this reorganized and in short. Okay. Yes. Beam-forming microphone, huh? Oh. Okay. Now, there is the 1080p 60 frames. I figured out what was, I figured out I gotta make sure I get good lighting. The beam-forming microphone, exceptionally clear in in-game voice chat. That's crazy. And of course you do have that bass. And that, oh wow. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you have image resolutions up to... Okay. But all I care more about is the 1080p 60 frames, really, to be honest with you here. And this... Let me... And considering its price point, yeah. I mean... You can see right here if anybody can see it well. Man, that is shiny. Pardon me while I go a bit ASMR-ish. Is this full or empty? It's the smell... Oh, wow. It's the smell of Hawaiian. Okay. So I need a good lighting setup figured out for that. And the microphone. Okay, now the biggest question of them all. Does the ASUS ROG Eye webcam does what it did to catch my attention? And I will definitely say yes. However, there are a couple of caveats, and I like to start with the bad news and then get to the good news. Now allow me to go through the flaws. Alright, so we got the cord length. Let's get started with the cord length. Okay, and first off, ASUS should definitely realize that not everybody plants their desktop or their towers right next to the monitors. And even if some people have their towers by the monitors, okay, I would see a stretch happening. It would be insane. So with that totally said, you're going to want to get an extension cable. And this right here is absolutely why. The cord needs to be way longer yeah, there needs to be a way longer cord than this. I mean, not everybody's gonna have their towers plopped on top of the desk next to the monitor. Alright. Definitely not. And not everybody's up for the idea of knocking down their desktop from the top of a desk and having it slammed to the ground. No. I would like to have my desktop on the ground, the safest area, so that way I won't risk knocking it down in whatsoever. The cord length, it's not going to help people who have their towers on the floor or on lower level. And even if people like to have their towers on top, I would see a lot of stretching. So with that totally said, you're going to want to get an extension cable for this one. Since the USB cord is, yes, it is entirely separate from the webcam, and all you need to do is just, if you want to plug in the webcam, you just plug that into the webcam, and then you plug that into your computer, and then it gets things going. So, with that totally pointed out, hopefully ASUS will become aware of it, and will come up with an extended ASUS ROG cable that's longer than that. Hopefully they will do that. If you want the 60 frames per second, my advice to you, and yeah, it ended up fixing things up, and I was managing to get improved frame rates for it. That totally said, I'm going to go ahead and say this. It's always important to have better lighting. Especially with this webcam. Because this webcam, if you have lower enough or not so good lighting, the webcam's going to rely on the auto adjusting to the point where it's going to focus more on the auto adjusting rather than record you. So as a result, you're doing a video with low lighting, it's going to sacrifice frames in favor for auto adjustments. And that is why you need good lighting. Get yourself good lighting. Because that's what ended up fixing my situation when it comes to the dips in frames. Because here's the thing, the darker or the poorer, or depending on how poor your lighting is, this webcam's going to rely more on the auto adjusting. Alright. So with that totally said, get yourself the good lighting. I managed to get myself improved lighting, and consequently, I got improved frame rates because of the improved lighting. So with that totally said, you want that, if you want more frame rate, if you want more frames in your videos, that being said, get yourself good as hell lighting. And good lighting is pretty much essential to when you're streaming or recording yourself. Definitely. So, that being said. Now, let's get right on to the good. Now, first off, the quality. Yes, it does the 1080p at 60 frames per second. Just make sure you have the good enough lighting, like I'm going to say again. Okay. However, the video quality is really great, and considering its price, I will get to that later. Alright, the video quality is fantastic. I am satisfied with the quality of video. And boy oh boy, I was very happy to see that it is really great enough. So that's pretty great. And also, the microphone, the webcam mic, is really damn good. It is so just... for a webcam, it is mind-blowing because it is just close enough to the mic. The mic quality is just close enough to the Blue Yeti microphone. And the fact that I was comparing my microphone to the webcam mic and noticing how closely similar the two are, I was pretty much blown away. So I was amazed by the microphone quality in this webcam. My goodness. I could hear things. I mean, if you could tell in the tests, definitely. I had to mute the Blue Yeti to make sure that I'm not crazy. That it is exactly what I am hearing. And holy shit, that quality is amazing. And also, the way the things are designed, it has like its super compact foldable things. Look at that. The way it folds and opens, you can get creative with this. It's really creative. And also the stand that is included with it, which you can just slap on and put it on the table and have the webcam set up on the bottom, or have it on left, right, whatever your preference may be. But this webcam right here has this wonderful stand. And yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to slip the webcam into the stand and pull out. But really, to be honest with you here, it's not too much. And second off, the fact that it's that really tight kind of shows how this stand is going to hold this damn webcam tight. So it's definitely holding the webcam firmly like hell, to the point where it's definitely not going to slip out. Just make sure you get it slipped all the way in. And, okay, here we go. Oh, sorry about the phone notification. My goodness. Apologies. Okay, here we go. Woo! So, yeah. So, it's not too much of a pain in the ass, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass to get this thing set up with the stand and get this thing slipped in or to essentially pull it out. It is a bit of a pain in the ass, but really, considering how it's a bit of a pain in the ass, I definitely know for a fact that it's going to firmly grasp that webcam and it's not going to just slip out. No, when the webcam gets knocked down, I know for a fact that that stand is definitely going to, yeah. So it holds it firmly. That goes and says right here. And, yeah. And don't worry about fingerprints on the bloody thing. Just grab a cloth and just wipe it away, and oh, everything's clear now. Looks amazing. Okay. So, yeah, I am pretty much damn well impressed. And also, let's talk about the price point, because we are looking at a $90 price tag. That is right. I will go ahead and look up the price. Yes, it is $80, so, or basically in retail terms, $89.99 or $89.99. Okay, so $90 for this webcam is pretty good, and for the quality it offers for its price, I'd say it's really good considering its value. And also the fact that all it just needs is USB 2 instead of USB 3 surprises me, and that is very interesting. So, that is very interesting. Alright, with that totally said, make sure you get yourself the good enough lighting, and also make sure you get an extension cord just to be safe until ASUS decides to go ahead and invent a longer cord for the camera, so that way we get a longer, much higher length. I would say beyond arm's length. That would be nice. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Like, I would say longer than this longer. Because if we're going to be... It's like a separate cable, definitely. So that totally said, it shouldn't be no trouble for ASUS to put together a longer webcam cord. This longer or longer than this longer to essentially come to that. But until then, you're going to need an extension cable. And also, like I said again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, get good enough lighting. The good lighting is essential, otherwise you're not going to be able to get that 60 frames per second, and you're going to lose frames as the webcam focuses more on the auto adjusting. Okay, was I given a review copy? No, ASUS did not give me a review copy, okay? As a matter of fact, I got this webcam with my own money, and seeing that $90 price tag, and seeing that it was promising 1080p at 60 frames per second, I couldn't afford to skip on this, so I had to touch on this deal and see if this shit's really true. And if this shit's really true, wow, that's definitely an extra 60 frame camera for me. And now that I ended up finding out what I need to do to get that 60 frames per second, and what I need to do to deal with its two caveats. Now, the cord length of the USB connection, yeah, you're going to need a USB extension cord unless ASUS makes a longer cord. And if that cord is separate and you can just take one end, plug it into the webcam, and take that other end, plug it into the desktop, then it should be no problem for ASUS to come up with a longer cord. So that's something. And also, good lighting is also essential when you're making videos anyway. And that totally said, you're going to need the good lighting, because the more good your lighting is, the less reliant on auto adjustments your webcam will be. If your lighting's lower, then your frames are going to get sacrificed because the webcam's going to focus more on the auto adjusting. So those two flaws, they're completely workaround. There's something to get adjusted to. But also, from what I am looking at, $90 for a surprisingly good mic quality, a good video quality for its price. I am just satisfied with this webcam, and I want to use this webcam more. And that totally said, I gotta get my lighting figured out. That being said, do I recommend the ASUS Republic of Gamers webcam? Yes, definitely. It is great for the budget, and you're going to need better lighting anyway, so make sure you get better lighting, and of course you're going to need a USB extension cable, but however, it's definitely a good buy. And yes, I found it on Amazon.com. ASUS is selling that bad boy on Amazon.com. I will go ahead and put the link to the Amazon page for that webcam in the description. Definitely. And I am glad to see, finally, somebody came out with a webcam that can do 60 frames at 1080p. I'm grateful. And that being said, congratulations, ASUS, for having your webcam definitely impress me for its price. Anyway, that's going to do it for you guys, and I will be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out.